everyone. For this review, we have the JNB Toys Faith Leader. So, when you get this guy, he will come in this brown box. This is not the shipper. This is the product box that it comes in, or the outer sleeve. And you will get this on the inside. And you can already see who this character is supposed to be. So, we got this plastic bag that it's in. Very Mezco-like. And then we have the outer box. Some really nice photography. Oh, they're calling this the Interstellar Ranger. Maybe I have this wrong. Maybe Faith Leader was a different character from this group. Okay. So, Intergalactic Ranger. Man, I feel like they changed the name on this. You can see it's a 1/12 scale, which is pretty fascinating. On the top of the box, you got the JNB toys. On the side, Interstellar Ranger. JNB toys again. Same exact thing from the other side. On the back, there is some photography. Very Hot Toys-ish, the way this is laid out. So quite a few accessories here. And now for the actual real life look at this thing. The product shots have been amazing. What is the figure going to look like? So, actually the figure is looking pretty good so far. So he's going to come with this little plastic baggie. This is, that is a good head sculpt. Let's put him to the side for a moment. So you got this huge foam piece. He's got the gun from Jabba's palace. Oh, this is gonna be hard to get out. He's got a lightsaber. It seems to be plastic. I think these are his fists. So black fist, tan fist, alternate head, and Baby Yoda. Okay, I'm gonna just do this to dump them out because they're not gonna come out. All right, hold on a second. You're probably gonna need tweezers to get these hands out. Luckily, I have some. Okay, so that's the top tray. I know you can't see them quite yet, but I got some stuff out of here. This is the bottom tray. You have a damaged Dark Trooper. Oh, this thing's heavy. You've got a clear stand. Good Lord, you got a thick plexiglass clear stand. And you've got pedestal. And you got the two lightsabers. Again, we're going to need some tweezers to get in there. Okay. And that is it. Okay, let's see if we can get him on the stand here. I need to adjust that a little bit. Yeah, this thing so far is very premium. I don't know what's going on with this cape yet. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Mm. All right, before we get into the figure, let's talk about the accessories a little bit. So he does come with the hologram Baby Yoda. He's got a standard lightsaber and then a lightsaber swinging effect. He's got a hilt that you will plug those lightsabers into. He comes with open gloved hand and fist closed hand, and then he has a kind of like trigger or like come here hand with the glove, and also a lightsaber holding gloved hand. And then for the other side, he's got an open palm, and then we'll call this a lightsaber holding hand for the palm. Um, Again, he's got the gun, and then he's got this dark trooper piece, and I'm just trying to look at this thing and see if this is supposed to light up. It's it's heavy. I don't. It doesn't feel like it's metal though. It's just really dense plastic, and you can, instead of having your Luke on that, you could put him on this and pretend he's kind of like floating. So there are the accessories. Um, so we'll go over the figure, but we'll talk about the head sculpt real quick since we're just getting off accessories. So standard head and a kind of windswept, dynamic kind of look. He does have a really nice cloak, and this thing is huge. Like it's large. It has wires at the bottom, so when you get out the pack, it's going to kind of be folded up to make it, you know, kind of closer fit, but it has a huge span. It doesn't have a clasp, but I think there's enough room. Oh, and there is a wire in the hood, so the outside of the hood, so you can get this thing posed up exactly like you want. So we're going to take this off. You don't really need to unclasp it because there's enough room. And here is our figure. Good Lord, man. This is amazing. Okay. I don't know if this company has made other um, 112 figures. So I'm not sure what this body's capable of. So I'm going to have to kind of walk through it here in a moment. I do want to take a look at the head sculpt just a little bit better here for a moment. There's our other head. Yeah, this is definitely like Mezco level. I mean, you could argue maybe the likeness is better than what Mezco would normally be able to do. So, the belt is, floating. It's not glued down to anything. It does look like the tunic is kind of sewn up, so I'm not gonna take this thing apart, but I'm trying to figure out. Okay, here we go. The joints aren't necessarily in the right direction when you get these things. The elbow is a double elbow, so there's that. Um, Kind of feels like this butterfly. Very, very small butterfly, but there's a butterfly. There is an ab crunch. It's not too dynamic, and it might be limited by all this waist stuff that's going on. It does look like all of this tunic is sewn together. There does seem to be some different pieces, but then the pieces are sewn, and some of it's done through pleats. But this whole tunic is like for all intents and purposes one piece. Um, so you don't have to worry about like the sash falling down sideways. So the head feels like it's on a double ball joint at the top and at the bottom. So huge range of motion there. Limited a little bit by the hair sculpt. The hands are on, basically like your SH figure art style swivel or you Mafex style swivel. You're going to have limits with the gloved hand because, the socket is so deep on the wrist. So you're not going to get a whole lot of movement out of the gloved hand. Legs seem to be pretty articulated. Knees are double jointed, and the boots are one piece of plastic. So, and it's hard plastic, so you're not going to get any kind of rocker or tilt or anything out of the boot. Now, there could be like real feet underneath here. I don't feel like taking them apart to try to get to them because I don't know what's in there. Um, might damage something, might not, but I don't want to be the guinea pig for that. Let somebody else be a guinea pig. Okay. The pegs, pretty functional. There's like a tiny mushroom on them. And the fist goes on pretty well. We'll give him the standard lightsaber. Trying to see if this is magnetized at all. Nope. I do feel like these little, we'll call them buttons on the belt are not quite accurate, but that's okay. One weird thing is on this grip gloved hand, the thumb and the pointer finger are connected. You could take an X-Acto knife and cut them loose, and it may be from from the mold, but just kind of be aware of that. Okay, and in putting the lightsaber on, I have broken that connection, and doesn't look weird, but probably preferably if you want to do this in a controlled way, you'd want to take an X-Acto knife to it. And this is such a neat little figure. So obviously this is completely unofficial, and it's kind of a shame because this is super nice. And the price was acceptable. I mean, it was like I don't know, I think it was like around 90-ish dollars. I can't quite remember what I paid for it, but it was like, you know, Mezco 112 price. So, um, that and along with all the accessories, I mean, they're getting away with the way they're pricing it because they're not paying licensing fees because it's a unofficial product, but it's just super amazing. Um, and just to show off this cape cloak a little bit better, like I said, it's really huge. So, you know, he can fully wrap this around his body and you can get like a huge dynamic, you know, wind sweeping spread from it if you wanted to. Here's the back again if you want to see that. I'll show this off so you can see that. Just crazy that this thing exists at all. All right, so let's do some comparisons. I've got a Figure Arts 2.0 Luke. He is a bit smaller. Figure Arts tends to be a little small anyway, but there they go. I mean, this is a nice figure too. I think I like the head sculpt on this guy better though. So there's Figure Arts. His hand fell off. Probably didn't have it in there good. There we go. I think the boots are gonna drive me crazy because you can't really articulate them, so you have to kind of work the knees and hips to get a good pose. Okay, and this is the most recent kind of reworking of Luke that Hasbro has done. He is also a bit short compared to this, so we'll say this guy is a bit tall. Because these two, I think the height was pretty comparable, and he's just on the tall side. Which, if you think about it, the Mezco stuff is a bit taller than like Marvel Legends and even Mafek. So yeah, this definitely feels like a Mezco Luke Skywalker. If that's what they were going for, they definitely achieved that. So, if you're interested in this guy, you should be able to find him right now. This company is putting out products in a couple different names, but I got this particular one from Toys Metaverse. There is a episode 2 Anakin, an episode 3 Anakin, and most recently a Boba Fett. The company names are changing up a little bit, but when you kind of look at the releases, you can tell it's the same people that are designing it. So they got some more stuff coming out. Uh, yeah, I'm just kind of amazed at this thing. I know there's a lot of third party companies that make these, you know, kind of like micronized hot toy figures. So I'm not unfamiliar with it, but having one and having something like this in person is just kind of phenomenal. So if you're interested, I say get it. You won't be disappointed. I mean, this compared to this is just like night and day difference. Just yeah. So that's a review. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.